Hey, you're in my kitchen again. Why? Because you want my food. Janet's food. So glad you came. I'm actually cooking a tagine, which is a Moroccan dish. It's like a stew, but I'm doing a quick version type of one. This is something usually that you cook for hours and put it in your oven from your stove. This is just going to be on your stove. I got it going already right here, so let me show you. First I took some chicken thighs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8. Matters how the size of them. Get them, get a little oil on them and get a nice hot, a deep dish pan like this one. That has a nice seal for a lid. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a chopped up 1 onion and 2 garlic cloves that have been crushed. So that means just take the knife and just smash them. Okay? And then I'm also going to take 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. They're all in there now. Okay. And just kind of stir that up and let that fry up a little bit for about 2 minutes. Looking off the 30. And we've been on here for about 5 minutes. So we're going to get a medium heat. Okay. So again, that's 1 onion chopped and a crushed garlic. I see 1 piece that didn't get crushed enough. I'm going to smash it. And a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Let these cook up a little bit. For about 2 minutes. And again, that's ground ginger. And you're like saying, Janet, what do you mean by that? Well, what I did is I have this fancy-pantsy little tool here. Isn't that cool? I use that to grate cheese, whole nutmeg, lemon rind, and ginger. So I take fresh ginger, I peel it, and then I grate it over this and measure out 2 teaspoons of fresh ginger, not the powdered stuff. Okay, and ginger keeps in your fridge for a really long time, but just don't forget it's there, because then it could get scary. We don't want that. No scary things in your refrigerator. Okay, so we're coming back over here, and we have it cooking up, about 2 minutes, and that looks good to me. Alright, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some carrots that have been chopped into sticks. Okay, it's about 4 carrots. Matters how big they are. It could be 2 to 3 to 4 small ones. Something like that. Okay? And what I want you to look here is I'm also going to add some honey. And what else am I going to add here? I'm going to add some chicken stock. And I've got about 2/3 cup of chicken stock. Alright? You know what chickens are, right? Well, that's close. Okay, so anyways, we got this going on here. And I'm going to add the 2/3 of chicken stock. Let's just do that here. I'm going to pour that in there. Yeah. See, a lot of fun things are going to be happening there. And what I also got is a tablespoon of honey. This happens to be Turkish honey, but you can use any kind of honey you want. Another trick. Did you notice how easily that came out of my spoon? And I did it with 1 hand. Yes, I know. You're impressed. Go ahead. What it is, I do this with molasses as well. I'll put a little bit of oil on the spoon or in the measuring cup or whatever I'm measuring honey or molasses with. And then when I put that in, it comes right out. Isn't that special? So, oh boy, this is looking pretty. Okay, we got the carrots, we got the broth, and we've got the honey, and I need some spices. We all need spice in our life. Yes? So, what I have, where is it? My spices. Oh, they're over there. I'm so organized. What I have here is I have, don't you love my little fancy dishes? Aren't they so nice and special and fun? I have I have 1 teaspoon of cumin, half of a teaspoon of cinnamon, about 2 pinches of turmeric, okay? And I think that is it. So, you know, honey, spices. See how this is getting kind of Moroccan? Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm going to put that in there as well. It's already been brought to a boil. So I'm going to leave this nice, tight seal. See how I love these type of pans. Highly recommend them. Normally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that down to about a simmer, and I'm going to set that for about an hour. Maybe not even that long. I think it was 30 minutes. I gotta go check now. Dang man, but yeah, it was 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Come on, timer. Work with me. There we go. And that's just cooking really. This is a nice little cooking chamber. Now, a tagine actually makes like a funnel type of shape. You should look up the tagine pots. They're really cool. And so the juices kind of drip down in there, and it's extra. But this Le Creuset thing works great as well. Many times you would actually put the pan inside an oven. So you'd want an oven-safe pan for that. But this recipe just sits on the top there, and after about 30 minutes, I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to crank the heat up a little bit and leave the lid off, and so it reduces. You ever hear that, you know, that thing about reducing? When chefs are saying, I'm going to make a reduction. You know, these fancy cook talk, you know. All it is, you know your science, you know the precipitation, evaporation, condensation, you know that little cycle you learned. It's a lot like that. You're just evaporating the moisture out of the sauce, and it thickens it, okay? So if you had a lid on it, what would happen is that it would evaporate, but then it would precipitate, okay? It would condensate, and then it would precipitate, and then your sauce would not thicken. It wouldn't. Okay, you getting that? It's science. So there you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have lemon wedges cut off. Sorry. I'm going to have lemon wedges cut up where people can like sprinkle the lemon on top and some fresh parsley. And you can serve this with a nice homemade flatbread, or you can serve it over rice or couscous. And that what's nice about that lovely pot back there is that you can take that and serve it and let that be the centerpiece. People can just dish it right out. All right, I'm going to list the ingredients and instructions down below just in case I missed something. But thanks for coming into my kitchen, and thanks for coming to Janet's Food. Okay, if you like what you're seeing, click on that subscribe button. Okay, I'd appreciate that. And tell a friend, hey, I know someone who really knows how to cook, and it's so easy. You gotta watch this. Okay, I'd appreciate that. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later.